what's up, Gangalicious? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make crunchy basses and like spice up your drops and your sound design all with two new plugin alternatives to Melodyne. This is basically real life, like real-time Melodyne. This works super well for unprocessed basses. It enhances the overall sub and turns it into a saw super crunchy. And you can also get other artifacts out of it. Now, before we get into the video, I want to take a few moments of your time to mention that my new pack, Cynical Vault Volume 1, in which I'll be using all the samples from as reference, is out right now on for sale. 25% off. That's about $12 for a sample pack filled with 1,000 samples. There's crazy basses. Synths. High quality sounding drums. You can get this pack to help support me. I'm actually getting evicted next week, and I'll be staying in a remote Airbnb, so shit is kind of crazy for me in my life right now, and I would appreciate any help and support. It does go a long way from how much you guys have helped me. Now, enough of me yapping, man. Let's get into the video. Now, so what you guys heard at the start of the video was the comparison of the dry basses and the wet basses. This being applied in the sense that we're not using the partial, and then after we're using the partial to just kind of compare it. But basically here I have a super like boring, like it's not obviously it's a good bass, like I'm fine with it. But I want to kind of add some like screechy artifacts. Turn on partial, open it up, and we have three knobs. We have phase, emphasis, which is kind of like a spectrally knob, and split. Split you can turn into a square wave and a saw wave. It sits really well at square wave though. So that's one way you could use it, but let's go ahead and grab the partial as if we had never grabbed it. So now we've done that, we have all the original settings, which they're fucking like that, like just like that. And now we're going to see what we can do with it. So, by turning the phase up, you can turn it kind of into a saw. And what this can do is kind of give the same crunch as Melodyne, really. Yeah, you get very crunchy sounds, really. So that's partial. Now, on the other hand, the second alternative would be fusion, okay? Fusion is a little more CPU intensive, alright? It can get kind of out of control and messy sometimes, but fusion is really good too, and I'd say it's like 10 times better, more powerful because you have more controls. But basically, this is this whole like what we're doing with like the kind of Melodyne crunch. This is all based off of resynthesis. First time I ever heard about resynthesis was when I heard about kind of I forgot what it's Exchanger. So there is this plugin called Exchanger that kind of does the same thing, but not as close as this. And there's also another one, Resynthesizer, I think it's called, by Eli Derp. He came out with that. That was the first time I have ever heard of it. But technology is advanced, and we have this beautiful fucking thing, and it's really crazy, man. Like, so a dry sound would be this, alright? Just this. No crunch. But if we were to apply the resynthesis and set it to max, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can hear that instant thickness with the Saturn II. By the way, this is literally just multi-band distortion going on. We have split into 4 bands. That would make it 8 bands because we have 2 of them on them. That's kind of giving it like a fat, kind of thick disperser effect, I guess. There's other settings for it that are really cool too. This is a more muffled, artifacty kind of sound. We have the emphasis knob, which is kind of it's a little different in this one. As you can clearly hear, it's not the same. But we could definitely turn it into more of a square this time. And this one we could definitely like mess around with turning it to sawtooth to, I guess it would be like a sync saw. Like that looks like it has a second harmonic in it. And then fully a saw. There's also a shift knob. This is kind of like a formant, I guess. You could get some really wacky results with that. There's different modes for it as well. This one's more like granular, I guess. But yeah, that is also cool there. Kind of like a ring mod, I guess. There's also a boost kind of knob. But that we already have good subs, so we don't really want to touch it. There's also another mode here that's kind of like draws out weird artifacts like tonal stuff. You hear that little right there again. So that's also a really cool thing to do if you want to like go ahead and resample that, you know, record it and resample it. But yeah, now as I said before, I would get into the mixing of the drop so I could like just show you guys what I did here. But yeah, the project file of this is just super simple. All samples from my new pack except for the kick and this hat. But that's also a Cynical Vault Volume 2 sample pack that's coming out soon. We actually have a couple of samples I've made. But yeah, the drop. So we got our drums. This is just 2 claps. Some fucking hats. A kick, fairly nice kick. And this is the main bass. So the main bass sounds like this. Kind of just chopped it up into my own rhythm, I guess. We have a audio effect rack. First we have, let's turn everything off. So first we have a Redux. That's just for crunch. You already know what's up. Snap heap, basic distortion. This is what we always do. You know what I'm saying? 6 drive, 53 bias, 53 mix. Let's see, 17 drive. No fuzz at all and mix all the way up. That's all we got for that. And then we have a resonance and frequency shift. This was all broken down in my previous video if you want to go and watch the mixing for this. But basically, I'm going to just like quickly go through this. Some more Redux, EQA. Let's see what we're doing here. More EQing, acoustics. This is just for fattening it. Kind of dispersing it, I guess. Saturator, we're not doing much with it. Same with the amp. An AC1, this is what Deviate uses for its distortion and saturation. Some more EQing. A Redux at the end. And then we also have 2 Saturns doing the multiband thing on the bus, just to kind of fatten the bass up. And then here's just a snap heap and that's it. And yeah, 60% bias, 53 drive, 53 mix, and 4 drive, and 8% on the drive on the saturator. So yeah, that's just the mixing for that. Here I have a Mr. Bill pluck. This is just for ambience, and actually this song is this track, reference track, is written in 36 Edo, which is kind of like the tuning, I guess. It's microtonal, so it's kind of wacky. That's just some ambience in the background. I'll see what I have here. Frequency shifter. Valhalla frequency ring modulate? No, frequency echo. So I'm kind of just like messing with this kind of, well, a ring mod. This is basically just a ring mod. And it gave me that kind of like wishy effect. Cutting the lows, putting some reverb on it. Just to make it a little more like present in the stereo, I guess. And these are just like overtone. Yeah, these are literally just overtones. This is just a bass for my pack. By the way, all my packs are $5 now. You can get three, like the whole bundle of expansion. You can get 3 for about 15, and there's probably 1,000 samples in that as well. So yeah, that's literally just a drop. That's it. That's the mixing, and that's the video. I'm sorry. This is kind of a disappointing video, but I'm trying to put out what I can put out. You know what I'm saying? As I said before, I'm really like sticky. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna really mess. Yeah, I'm in a mess. I would just appreciate any help and support I can get. Yeah, I love you guys. The support has been crazy on the channel. We're at like almost 700 subscribers. I want to thank you guys for that. There'll definitely be more, better, and longer videos soon. This is just for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. By the way, 25% off on the pack. Go get it.